KNDY.
And live from Washington County High School, KNDY is back on the air with high school basketball as Twin Valley League action wraps up before the Twin Valley League tournament kicks off this weekend from Frankfort, Kansas. Good evening and welcome into our second Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week as it's the Washington County girls and the Linn girls up first in our contest and an in Washington County matchup here this evening. Max Blasky with you along for the ride on KNDY FM 95.5, online at KNDYradio.com. And if you haven't downloaded the free mobile app, go ahead and do that as we prepare for a TVL tournament next week. You can catch all the coverage live through that app. Tonight's broadcast brought to you by our sponsors, F&B Washington, M&M Tires, Bruna Implement, Linn Community Nursing Home, Midwest Products, the Animal Health Center of Washington, Owens Originals, Coolman Implements, Washington County Hospital, Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Bryce Leonard, the Dragoson Insurance Agencies, Coolman Implements, Titan West, the Washington Veterinary Clinic, and United Bank and Trust, along with Marysville Dental Care, where Dr. Brittany and Dr. Zach are your number one rated dentist in Northeast Kansas. Go to MarysvilleDentalCare.com to book your visit and receive the dental care you deserve. The 4-4 Washington County girls against the 5-3 Linn girls are up next. We're going to take our first time out of pregame. When we come back, we'll take a look at how both these teams are rolling through this first half of the season. It's high school basketball next on KNDY.
Dr. Brittany here with Marysville Dental Care, where your family's health is our top priority. Dr. Zach, our team, and I are the family dental home you've always been looking for.
Our comprehensive dental care is designed to serve all of your dental needs. Whether it's a routine cleaning, braces, or cosmetic work, we provide the highest quality of care with a comfortable experience. Visit our office across from the Marysville Courthouse or go to MarysvilleDentalCare.com to schedule a visit.
Have the smile you've always wanted with our team by your side.
You want a bank that not only cares about you, but the businesses and families around. FNB Washington is that bank. Community-minded since 1883, FNB Washington truly has been there through it all, a mainstay in the Washington community. FNB cherishes the opportunity to give back, whether participating in hosting local events, providing a community room for public use, or cheering the Tigers on to victory. Your local and hometown bank is still FNB Washington, Equal Housing Lender, FDIC.
When you're buying tires, go with the folks you know at M&M Tire in Washington. Locally owned, M&M Tire offers minor service work. They offer major brands of tires. They offer service after the sale. And that's what you can rely on with the folks you know at M&M Tire in Washington. Call them at 325-2207 for an appointment today. For your tire needs, call them M&M Tire in Washington.
For the best in farming equipment with the service to back it, there is only one Bruna Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer. Since 1947, the staff at Bruna Implement Company works daily to provide the best parts and service when you need it, always dedicated to their customers. Bruna Implement Company has been family-owned for 3 generations, and they know what it takes to be successful as your area Case IH dealer. With locations in Marysville, Washington, Clay Center, Seneca, Hiawatha, and Humboldt, Nebraska. Stop by or give them a call today.
Max Blasky back with you here from Washington County, Kansas High School as we get ready for a Twin Valley League matchup. Second time this week, the Washington County Tigers have been on our KNDY broadcast of the week. Looking at the Washington County girls so far this season, they're 4-4, 0-4 coming into league play, losers of their last 4, most notably falling at Valley Heights on Tuesday, 60-44 or 60-47, in that contest. Washington County was hurt by the turnovers, 14 total in that contest. It was a balanced scoring attack led by Addie Gakel, who had 16 points. But again, the Mustangs were just too much in that contest, running away with it 60-47. The Linn Bulldogs, on the other hand, they are 5-3 on the season, 2-2 in league play. They, too, are coming off a loss, but an impressive loss if there can be one. Linn took the number 1 team in Class 1A Division II and undefeated Hanover Lady Wildcats down to the wire, a 40-38 loss for Linn, where the Bulldogs had an opportunity in the final seconds, but a turnover sunk the ship in that contest, Bailey Peters, who is a big portion of this Linn offense, had 8 turnovers, and Marcelo Herrera, the second leading scorer on the team, only had 2 shots in that first half. So both of these teams looking to get back on the winning track before a trip to the TVL tournament this weekend, as those brackets have already been announced. The Linn girls will have the Monday matchup versus Doniphan West. That will be a 3:15 game in the secondary gym there at Frankfort. Meanwhile, the Washington County girls, they will be in action tomorrow, 10 a.m. early start for the Tigers. They will have a rematch against the Axel Eagles, an Eagles team that came, at home, that defeated Washington County back on January 3rd, 41-33. So both of these teams looking for a momentum-building win heading into the TVL tournament. Both of them have, with some high-quality starters, too, starting for Linn. Marcelo Herrera, a returning first-team All-Twin Valley League player last season, leads this way for the Lady Tigers on the season. Her and Bailey Peters both averaging over 12 points per game on the year. For the Bulldogs, also Gretchen Bond has been a big portion of this success, averaging just under 7 points a game, but averaging 4 assists, 2 steals, and 4 rebounds. So a little bit all for Gretchen Bond. Not to be outdone, though, the Lady Tigers are returning first-team All-Twin Valley League player last season in Jessie Hoover. She has led this team in scoring all season long, but we'll look for a little more contribution from the other 4 girls, just like Addie Gakel had 16 there Tuesday night versus Valley Heights. This is a matchup, too, that has been fairly even over the history between these two contests. It's Washington with the upper hand in the last 10 matchups, winning 6 of the last 4, and Washington winning the last 2. But again, very close in the last couple of years. Head coach Trevor Kuhlman for the Linn girls has been here 6 years. In his tenure, Linn and Washington are 4-4, only separated by 8 points. So close contest the last couple of years, as we'll look for another one here tonight. We're going to take a second time out. When we come back, we'll talk about a little Good Samaritan act that is going on around the TVL with one of our own from Linn. You're listening to the Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week here on KNDY between Washington and Linn.
To win in sports, you have to adapt your strategy as the game changes. The same is true of your investments. I'm Liz Warren, your Edward Jones financial advisor, and I can be your financial coach. We get to know you first, then figure out how to help you work towards your goals. When we work together, we'll focus on what's important to you. Call 785-562-5533 today. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Linn Community Nursing Home raises the standard in long-term residential care. You'll discover a family-oriented atmosphere where visitors are welcome 24/7. Rooms are already furnished and can be personalized with your favorite photos, decor, and those extra special touches. Your loved one will enjoy the savory restaurant-style menu available, ensuring nutritious meals. The Linn Community Nursing Home is more than a facility. They're a tight-knit community dedicated to providing the best care in a place that truly feels like home.
From the ground up, Midwest Products Hanover can assist with concrete drives, parking, walks, entries, foundations, and support walls. Quality people help produce quality products, and you can rely on their crews for a job done right. Concrete plants at Hanover, Washington, and Clay Center. Midwest Products also haul rock, sand, and gravel. They have a crane for rent and can assist with site preparation. Start your next job with a call for a quote today from Midwest Products at Hanover.
Let Dr. Phil Benz of the Animal Health Center in Washington keep your pets and herds healthy and thriving. They offer services such as vaccination, surgery, grooming, and boarding. The doctors also understand your herd is your livelihood. Call them for a herd health consultation to assist with nutrition and pasture management, vaccination and deworming protocols, reproductive strategies, and more. And don't forget your hard-working horses. The Animal Health Center has specific services for them as well. Animal Health Services in Washington, open Monday through Saturday. Call for an appointment today.
Max Blasky back here with you on KNDY. If you're in the area and want to come check out some good basketball, swinging up to Washington County High School where we're at tonight. Washington County NHS also raffling off a basket from local businesses that were kind enough to donate products for Addie Volkel, daughter of Michael and Katie Volkel, fighting synovial cell sarcoma. Recently, TVL teams have come out to support the former Linn boys basketball head coach. And if you're wanting to show your support, you can swing out here, give your best guesses at a raffle right outside here in the gymnasium, or donate to the Union State Bank in Palmer. A lot of other activities or fundraisers held throughout the Twin Valley League, including the Hanover boys auctioning off a signed Avery Johnson jersey last Tuesday, all in support of a fellow TVL member. It's game time now between the Tigers and the Bulldogs, so let's go ahead and get right in the starting lineups. First for the visiting Linn girls. They come in this contest 5-3 on the season, 2-2 in TVL. Out at the guards position, it'll be number 10, Morgan Wirtz, a 5'5 senior. Number 1, Bailey Peters, a 5'4 sophomore. And number 4, Jenny Turk, a 5'6 sophomore. Down low, number 3, Gretchen Bott, a 5'7 sophomore. And down low, the returning first-team All-Twin Valley League player, number 0, Marcela Veretta, a 5'10 senior, as the Bulldogs under head coach Trevor Kuhlman will go Wirtz, Peters, Turk, Bott, and Veretta. For the Washington County girls, 4-4 on the season, 0-4 in league play. Familiar starting lineups as it was on Tuesday night. Starting at the guards position, number 2, Jesse Hoover, the senior, starts and ends this show for the Tigers. Around here, number 3, Mackenzie Baker, a senior, and number 11, Anna Gakel, the sophomore. Down low, it'll be number 12, Jory Vince, who had a good start to her game Tuesday night versus Valley Heights. And number 13, Addie Gakel, leading scorer in that Tuesday game with 16 points. Tigers will go Hoover, Baker, Gakel, Vince, and Gakel, all under coach Scott Romiser. We'll take a timeout for the national anthem. Back after this.
Whether you're buying, building, remodeling, or refinancing, your home is a major investment in your life. At United Bank and Trust, we understand how important it is to work with someone who cares. Our loan officers have the experience it takes to make the process a smooth one. Come in for a visit or start online by filling out a loan application at ubankonline.com in as little as 20 minutes. Mortgage lending with United Bank and Trust. It's banking for your way of life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Owens Originals Floral has creative solutions for all your floral needs. Let Carol and her artistic team design and deliver a floral masterpiece for you. At Owens Originals, they keep a large selection of fresh flowers available, as if they're handpicked just for you. Owens Originals Floral on the Square in downtown Washington, 325-2026, for all of life's celebrations.
Kuhlman Implement and Hardware is your Agco Alice, White, Hesting, Leaner, and Gel dealer, with personalized care since 1935. See Kuhlman Implement and Hardware for farm equipment, electrical and plumbing supplies, parts, sales, and service. Your Agco Alice, White, Hesting, Leaner, and Gel dealer is Kuhlman Implement and Hardware in Linn, Kansas.
For the best of care close to home, visit the Washington County Hospital and Family Medicine of Washington County. Their team of professionals work together to provide every member of your family in every stage of life with medical care. From routine checkups to diagnostic services, visiting outpatient specialists, obstetrics, major and minor surgical procedures, and an emergency room that is always staffed by physicians, you'll find the best of care right here in Washington County. Call 785-325-2211 for your appointment today.
And it's game time. Tigers and Bulldogs up first here on KNDY. Linn will be in their away black jerseys. White numbers on the front and back of Linn across the chest. Boston in their home white. Tigers across the chest, black numbers front and back with the opposite colored red striped pants on the bottom. Washington County 4-4, Linn 5-3. Washington County 46 points a game, allowing 43. Linn 45, allowing 46. Inside tip will go to the Bulldogs first stop, and Linn will start this possession. Top of the key, Bailey Peters will get this one rolling here for the Bulldogs, second leading scorer on the team on the season, just under a 12. Here's a turnover, first possession by Linn, taken away by Hoover off to Gakel. Up and down, no, almost went down for Addie Gakel on her first shot at top. Good little pass by Jesse Hoover again. Set up Gakel again nicely there Tuesday night versus Valley Heights. Addie had 16, 7 of those through the first half, and almost had her first bucket there on that one. Peters sneaks inside, swings it around the horn. Again, the Linn Bulldogs led by Bailey Peters and Marcelo Herrera in the scoring column, both over 12 points per game, but a balanced team that boasts Jenny Turk at just under 7, Gretchen Bond, just under 7, Jenny Turk and Morgan Wirtz at just under 4. Here's the second turnover by Linn. This one's taken away by Anna Gakel. Gakel beats Bagardello and blocked by Marcelo Herrera underneath the basket. But early turnover problems for the Linn Lady Bulldogs, a team that does turn it over at a rate of just under 19 per game. They force about the same on the season defensively under head coach Trevor Kuhlman, but a team that had success in state basketball, made a state appearance for the girls, volleyball on that one, and many of these girls back on this team. Here's a near turnover taken away by Linn, top side. That was Jenny Turk getting her hand in it. Leads to a shot down low. Wild shot is going to be missed by Addie Gakel again. Offensive rebound taken by the Tigers, and second opportunity for Gakel is up and down for 2 as Addie puts in our first score of the game. It's 2-0 early on. Washington County Tigers. Again, this has been an even matchup over the last 6 years as they turn over Bulldogs. A third turnover in this first quarter for Linn has this offense rattled. I was mentioning turnovers are a balanced series the last couple of matchups. Washington has won the last 2 matchups, but in their last 10, it's 6-4 in favor of the Tigers. 4-4 since head coach Trevor Kuhlman took over for the Linn girls. Inside a feed for Jesse Hoover. Shot will be missed. Offensive rebound partially taken away by Washington. Now a foul 90 feet away from the basket will be committed. That will go on Mackenzie Baker, her first personal foul. First sub of the night comes from a short Linn bench, only 8 over there. Suit up for varsity under head coach Trevor Kuhlman. So first one off the bench will be Ella Impke. The 5'7" junior will be called upon here early on. Linn still looking for their first bucket, trailing here 2-0, 6:15 left to play. Max Blasky, left to play in the first quarter. Max Blasky with you here tonight on this Twin Valley League matchup, and here's a 4th turnover inside as the 2-3 defense for Washington has been everywhere early on. Tigers, though, turn it right back over as Hoover was intended for Mackenzie Baker, goes out of bounds, and head coach Trevor Kuhlman wants an early 30-second timeout. We'll take it with him. 2-0. Tigers lead this one. 6 minutes left to play, first quarter.
For the best in farming equipment with the service to back it, there is only one Bruna Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer. Since 1947, the staff at Bruna Implement Company works daily to provide the best parts and service when you need it, always dedicated to their customers. Bruna Implement Company has been family-owned for 3 generations, and they know what it takes to be successful as your area Case IH dealer. With locations in Marysville, Washington, Clay Center, Seneca, Hiawatha, and Humboldt, Nebraska. Stop by or give them a call today.
Turnovers have been a problem for the Linn Bulldogs early on, already 4 as a team that had 17 and a 2-point loss Tuesday night versus Hanover. Yes, the Lady Bulldogs lost 40-38 to the top-ranked team in Class 1A Division II Tuesday night and had an opportunity to win it. First shot off the board for Bailey Peters, a 3-ball from straight on is a miss. Peters, one of those that got bit by the turnover bug last Tuesday. 10 turnovers for the starting point guard for the Bulldogs. This is a young Bulldogs team, too, as well. Morgan Wirtz, Marcelo Herrera, only 2 seniors. Here's a steal by Peters all the way to the rim, and a foul will be called. Bailey Peters, top of the key, took that one out of the pocket of Jesse Hoover and earned her trip to the free throw line. That foul was whistled on Kinsey Baker. They only have it as her first. So that will be only the first for Washington. Linn has 1 team foul that I missed earlier on. Substitution here for the Bulldogs. Gretchen Mott will check back in. Out will go Morgan Wirtz. Second free throw from Peters is down as Bailey splits the 2, the 5'4" sophomore. Stepping up big here this season. Of course, looking for big things from post for the Bulldogs, too, down in the middle. Marcelo Herrera, again, a returning first-team All-League player last season, averaged 12 and 8 on the boards. Here she is disrupting the shot from Hoover down low, but it'll end up back in the hands of Jesse, and a jump ball will be called staying with the Tigers. 2-2 is our score as Bailey Peters hit both of those early on, just didn't have the mark. Inbound from Hoover to Gakel. Good assist there from Hoover. setting up Addie Gakel for her second bucket, continuing her hot week here this TVL time. Inside, there's Marcella, up and down, pretty pass from the wing. Gretchen Bott fed that beautifully down low into the post. Again, Marcella, one of two seniors on this team. Her and Morgan Wirtz, the experience for the Bulldogs this season, as Washington will turn it over on a travel by Gakel, as Marcella will take a seat. But a young team that will look to take a step forward as they have each season so far in their tenure. Last year, Linn was 9-14. 2 years ago, they were 13-10. It's always sticking around right around that 500 mark. But this season, looking to break through in a tough TVL league, especially on the girls' side. Linn right now setting tied for third place with 2-2. Inside, a foul is going to be called defensively now on the Bulldogs as Washington tried to work it inside. Both teams do like to get to the front of the basket. Addie Gakel will be charged with her first personal foul. Washington County in a 2-3 zone. Fires off a three from Bailey Peters. Shot will be missed. Board pulled down Tigers. Jesse Hoover, long outlet pass to Addie Gakel. Addie to Anna, and a turnover on the baseline. Thought it might be tipped, but a good-looking outlet and what was going to be a fast break look there for the Tigers, but just miscommunication between the Gakel sisters leads to a fourth turnover for Washington, 4 already, 2 for the Linn Bulldogs. Natalia Andres, the first sub off the bench for the Washington County Tigers, is trapped in the corner, is Peters, but a foul will be called on a good Washington County defensive trap. It'll go on Jessie Hoover, her first personal foul. Jessie will look to get rolling here a little bit. She had 12 points in that game against Valley Heights, 6 and 6 in each half. Here's a nice inlet pass. Off the block, shot will be missed from Jenny Turk. Beautiful pass inside from Ella Imke, but it'll go out of bounds. We'll go back to Washington County. 4-4 here is our early first quarter score. 4 minutes left to play. They're playing this last TBL matchup before the Twin Valley tournament gets started tomorrow. Washington County works this one inside, and earning a trip to the free throw line will be Addie Gakel, picking up a second personal foul already. Will be Bailey Peters, so that might about some trouble for the Bulldogs here in this one as 2 early fouls for the second leading scorer for the Tigers. Substitution, Hererta will come back in. Out will go Jenny Turk as Gakel misses the first free throw. Second free throw upcoming for Addie. Misses the second one, too, as well. Had some trouble there at Valley Heights. Finished strong in the fourth quarter. Ended up going 4-4-7. Had some struggles before that one as they continued on into this contest. 3 ball from Peters. That's off the rim. No good. Long rebound being fought about. Taken by Jessie Hoover. Hoover will run point now for the Tigers. Kicks it out right side. 3 ball by Anna Gakel. That'll be long off the word go. And a foul inside will be called, I believe, on the Tigers. Fighting for the offensive board. Jory Bentz will get pegged for that personal foul. So already 14 fouls here for Washington and 3:30 left to play in this first quarter. As now we have, I believe, a little discrepancy here at the scorers table. Assistant coach Jay Kern taking a peek at what the official scores have. Refs going over to double check on that. Oh, that'll be team foul number 5, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what the radio guy has, too, as well. So now free throws the rest of the way for the Linn Bulldogs, and might be an important offensive factor here for both teams having struggles hitting from the 4 early on. Free throw shooter at the line. It will be Ella Imke. First opportunities here for Imke. First one was a miss. Second one drops down, though, for Ella. She gets in the scoring column. Linn now 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Obviously looking for some more improvement, only shooting at 54% on the season, but at this level, pretty common to see that in the girls' contest. Washington County trying to work this ball inside. Jory Bentz has it right. High post, pounded by a pack of Bulldogs, and a jump ball will be called as her and Hererta got tangled up down on the baseline, and actually Marcella going to pick up a personal foul. So first now on Marcellus, second one of the quarter on Linn. Flat set here. Hoover looking to get it inside. Now look topside. Good defense by Linn here on this possession. 5-4 is our score. 3 minutes left to play in this first quarter. Jory Vince from about 7 feet out on the short corner drops that one in for her first bucket. 2 points for the junior post as the Tigers now up by 1. Turnover up top by Bailey Peters. A 5th turnover by the Linn offense in this first quarter. And then a foul diving for the loose ball. Will go against number 23, Izzy Rogie, the 5'11 sophomore, who just checked into the ball game, commits the personal foul. Linn will switch up defense here. Now go man-to-man out of the 2-3 zone. Change will switch left side, trying to work it inside. Hoover will set it up right wing. Kicks it into the corner. Now down low to Gakel. And Rogie, I believe, will pick up a quick second personal. She was fighting down low against Addie Gakel. That will be on Izzy. So now all of a sudden the 5'11 sophomore, one spot size for the Bulldogs, will be saddled with 2 fouls here the rest of the first half. Hoover gets it inside. It's right back to Hoover. Hoover tries a right shot off the glass, no good. Jesse hasn't been able to find the mark so far here tonight. I believe a foul was called going for the offensive rebound. It was, so back to the other end we go. We'll send Bailey Peters to the line to shoot 2 free throws. That personal foul, Natalia Almendarez, the senior, picks up her first. But again, the 16th foul already for Washington this first quarter, and we've already got 2:41 left to play. Miscommunication on the free throw shooter. It's Morgan Wirtz. 0 was hit by the hair there. Morgan misses the first one. Second one upcoming is a miss 2 as well. Morgan goes 0 for 2. Linn now 3 for 6 from the free throw line as they trail 6-5. First quarter action. 2:33 left to play. Max Blasky here with you on KNDY. Turnover Washington, but then stepping on the out-of-bounds line is Wirtz. So it's been a turnover-happy first quarter, to say the least. 11 combined between both of these teams. It'll stay with the Tigers, though, leading by 1. Topside 3-ball shot off the rim. No good. Offensive rebound being tracked for. Defense is pulled down by Huerta, and this will go back to the Tigers after the jump ball. Six to 5, first quarter score, 2:22 left to play here as we do it on our final Marysville Dental Care game of the week. Here's a pass nearly stolen away by Hoover, and it is. Read that one from Wirtz to Rimke. Leads to a bucket for Natalia Almendarez. Beautiful assist there from Jesse Hoover at the top of this 2-3 defense. Caused a lot of problems early in the season for a lot of teams and causing problems here for Linn in this one. Right side, Wirtz will get this possession going against the 2-3 zone for the Tigers. Swings it far right side, and Ellen Rimke nails the 3 from the right corner. First 3-ball we've seen in this contest knocks us back up at 8. Back looking for an offensive possession. Tigers trying to work it inside. Little pass, screen away, down low. Pass is going to be tipping away, now taken away. Here, going down the court, that will be Jenny Turk all the way to the rim. A foul will be called underneath on Jory Vince, but 2 free throws nonetheless on the turnover and fast break now for Jenny Turk. Turk at the free throw line. First chance here tonight. She's going to be long off the board on that one. Substitution for the Tigers. And will come Mackenzie Meyer, the senior, along with Jaden Laughlin, the junior. Saw a lot out of freshman post player Maggie Luchmeyer this Tuesday at Valley Heights, but haven't seen her yet here today. 0 for 2 from the line is Jenny Turk. It's going to stay an 8-8 ball game. Inside the free throw line, shot up will be missed by Addie Gakel, who's letting it fly here tonight. Her 5th shot attempt already from the floor. Bulldogs knotted here at 8 with the Tigers, trying to work against this 2-3 defense of Washington County. Quick around the horn, left corner into the hands. Driving baseline will be empty. High arcing shot is down for Ella Empty. 6 points now here in the quarter, and she has all but 4 of the Bulldogs' points in this contest so far. She's going to pick up a foul right at half court, running in to the ball handler, which was Jane Laughlin. Kind of a silly foul. Didn't really go for the steal, just kind of ran into the ball handler. Nonetheless, personal foul committed, and going to the line will be Jane Laughlin. First opportunity from the line here tonight for her. Misses that one, as she'll look to cut this deficit down by one. Substitution for Linn. Bailey Peters will check back into the ball game. Out will go Morgan Wirtz. So far here in this first quarter, Peters with 2 points, Herrera Lell with 2, both averaging over 12 per game on the season. A line violation will be committed by Peters, so another shot here for Almendarez. Natalia's second opportunity at 2. That one short. No dice. Defensive board pulled down Jenny Turk. Back will come the Bulldogs, leading this one now by 2. It's been a tight-knit first quarter. 3 ball all the way from Linn. That's going to be a miss off the board. Jenny Turk, but offensive rebound pulled down by Gretchen Bott down low. Leads to a pass inside, stolen away by Washington, then tipped out of bounds off the ankles of Anna Gakel. Turnover's a problem here for Linn. Unofficially 7 in this first quarter, but the Bulldogs do hold on to a 2-point lead. Coming up at quarter break, we'll recap this first quarter. Get ready for a halftime conversation. Travel, though, called on Washington. Addie Gakel did not like that call from the near side official, but moving that pivot foot, setting up turnover number 14 already combined in this first quarter between each team. 10 seconds off the clock. Across the top of the key goes Peters. Peters will set this one up now with 7. Left side swings it into the hand of Bott. Bott fires up a 3. That's off the rim. No good. Defensive board ripped down by Anna Gakel. Will Gakel get a shot off? No, she won't. And we're going to go into the quarter break with Linn leading this one by 2. 10-8 is your score through one quarter of play. We're back to our second Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week after this word from our sponsor.
Can an insurance bot ever really understand your needs?
Do you think I'd benefit from bundling my auto and home coverage?
Searching for homes with car dealerships nearby.
Sure, robots listen, but do they understand you? At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we'll help you save money and time by bundling your auto and home insurance. Find an agent at fbfs.com/protect. It's your future. Let's protect it. Farm Bureau Property and Casualty Insurance Company, Western Agricultural Insurance Company.
Call on Farm Bureau Insurance Agent Bryce Leonard in Washington today.
If you can't remember the last time you've reviewed your insurance policies, you're not alone. The Dragiston Insurance Company and Buckeye Insurance Group work together to make sure you are properly covered. Call the friendly, knowledgeable staff at the Dragiston Agency at 785-325-2263 or stop by one of their 3 offices located in Washington, Clay Center, and Concordia. They'll provide service that exceeds expectations and coverage that meets your needs. Buckeye Insurance Group and the Dragiston Insurance Agency working together to protect you.
Turnovers were a problem for both teams in that first quarter, as it is 8-10. Linn leading this contest early on, 7 apiece for the turnover margin. Free throws also, I don't want to say in the favor of anyone, really. Linn is 3 for 8 from the free throw line, while Washington is 0 for 4 to start this contest. So 3 points being left on the floor. Good shooting, though, by either side. Inside, speaking of good shooting, Marcela Herrera from the short right block, her second bucket in 2 tries. 4 points now for the senior big down low. It's 12-8. Here's a near steal off the hands of Gakel. Kick out as Bulldogs are trapping up top, and now a 3 seconds will be called down low as Addie Gakel was parked down there on that right block. Turnover Washington to start this contest, or start this second quarter. Both these teams getting ready for TVL tournament action. Of course, Linn will be prepared for a contest coming up on Monday as they get the extra day of rest. Washington County girls, on the other hand, they will be right back at it tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. versus Axel. Linn with another turnover here in this one. Give it back to the Tigers, trailing by 4. There's a lot more than basketball going on here tonight as they steal by Linn. Behind the back pass is to Bailey Peters. I don't know how Marcela Huerta got that pass away, but she threw it just behind her head right here in front of the stage and found Peters wide open for an easy 2. At the other end, Linn is really turning up this defensive intensity here on the Tigers, a Linn Bulldogs team that allows 46 points per game, but in their wins, they have only allowed a max of 39, and that was versus Axtell a couple weeks ago. So this Bulldogs team can turn it on, and they're turning up the pressure here early on. Inside, Jessie Hoover will get a shot. She's 0 for 3 to start this game, but a personal foul will be called. That one will go on Gretchen Bott, her first personal. More of the basketball going on here tonight as well as the Washington County NHS is raffling off a basket from local businesses for Addie Volker, who is fighting the novel cell sarcoma, the daughter of Michael and Katie Volker. Recently made mention of what was going on, and a lot of teams throughout the TVL have been pitching in to help out the Volker family. If you want to help, you can contact United or Union State Bank in Palmer or swing on up here to the high schools. I believe that raffling for the business gifts will be done here in between the boys and girls contest. Linn trying to work this one inside to Huerta. Hoover goes 1 for 2 from the line on her last attempt, so cuts this possession down to 14-9. Top side, 3-ball from Linn. That's going to be short off the corner, off the hands of Helen Imke. She had herself a nice first quarter, had 6 points to lead both scores. Here nearly forces a turnover as Lynn's defense is really extended outside the three-point line now, trying to get in those passing lanes. Washington County 4 out, 1 in, leads to a wild 3 taken in the corner by Anna Gakel. 3's not the friend of the Tigers so far, 0 for 2 here in this one. Bulldogs, though, 1 for 5, not much better. Swing pass, gets it into the hands of Imke. Imke cross-court pass to Peters. Peters thinks about a 3 now, gets inside the lane. Lefty floats it up. The glass, no good. Defensive board pulled down by Hoover. Hoover quickly the other way. Layup attempted by Gakel, but it's going to be knocked down and stay here with the Tigers. Quick moving first quarter action here on our Marriage with Dental Care Game of the Week. It's a Friday night broadcast. Max Lasky with you here on the call on KNDY FM 95.5. Online at KNDYradio.com. We're also in the free KNDY mobile app. Maybe this will get Jessie Hoover going. It's a fadeaway shot from the right block. Over to Marcela Huerta. A 3-point lead now for the Bulldogs. Linn quickly the other way. That's an airmailed shot from Jenny Turk to Huerta. Second turnover for the Bulldogs after 7 in that first quarter. Washington working fast, quickly up into the hands of Addie Gakel. She'll drive right side. She stepped out of bounds here on this near side by the stage, so turnover Washington County. Linn led this one 10-8. It was Washington County out early in this one, 4-0. The Bulldogs turned it on behind the 6 points of Ella Imke in that first quarter. Still lead here, 14-11. Got a good boys contest coming up here after this one. 3-ball taken by Peters, top of the key, will be a miss. And a foul will be called going for the offensive board. I believe that'll be on Marcela Huerta. If there is, that's her second personal. So now 2 personals on Huerta as she will be checked out. In will come Izzy Rogie. Rogie, though, with 2. So switch 2 for 2 here for a short bench for the Linn Lady Bulldogs. 3-point contest. Linn in charge of this one. Jessie Hoover trying to work against this defense. Turnover, though, as Hoover is picked by Peters. That'll start a fast break for Linn. Leads it to Peters. Lefty fires up the left wing 3. That's hard off the rim. No good. Being chased down. Taken by Mackenzie Baker. Now Hoover right side. Back the other way. Working left to right. Jessie Hoover fires up a 3. That one's bottom for Jessie Hoover. 6 points now here all in this quarter, and we've got a tie ball game. Washington turns up their pressure. A little 2-2-1 trap here against the near side. Gets it out of it. Swing pass across into Jenny Turk. Now into the far right corner. Cross-court pass skip coming here towards Peters. Linn will reset against the 2-3 for Washington. Tigers just tied it on to Jessie Hoover 3. Now she tilts that one and steals it away. A steal for Hoover leads to a Mackenzie Baker shot from the elbow. That one's hard off the rim, no good. And it will end up in the hands of Addie Gakel, puts it up for two, but misses that one. Two misses here for Washington, and Bulldogs will control. Back and forth action we go. Neither team shooting it too well here in this one. A lot of turnovers early on as well. 14-14 is our score. 4 minutes here to go before halftime. Coming up at halftime, we will take a look at TVL bracket releases, see where area teams will be playing coming up this weekend. 3-ball on the other way for Linn. That one's halfway down and out for Morgan Words, and it will stay here with the Tigers after a fight for the offensive board. Substitution here for Washington. Jory Vince will come back in for Mackenzie Meyer. Also substitution is Natalia Andreras will check in for Mackenzie Baker. Again, haven't seen any of Maggie Luchmeyer. Luchmeyer had some big minutes against Valley Heights there Tuesday. Again, had a chance to see both boys and girls contests there. Girls fell, of course, 60-47 versus the Mustangs. Boys fell to Valley Heights. And Valley Heights' first win of the year, 60-51. So in all four of these contests, both teams looking to get back on the winning streak, but only two of them will be able to say that as Linn lost their last boys contest to last Tuesday versus Hanover. A 3-ball is badly missed by Linn, will lead to a run out Washington County. At the other end, Addie Gakel lays it up for two as she's been working that right block here the last two nights. 6 points now for Gakel after 16 on Tuesday, and now a mental turnover here as Ella Imke was looking for Jenny Turk in the corner. Imke didn't turn to look to see where the intended receiver was. They're right into the stands. Turnover number 4 here in the quarter for Linn. Hoover breaks the pressure, gets it to Almeredas down low. Jory Bent, a lot of contact, about dropped that one in for a 3-point opportunity, but 2 free throws upcoming for Jory. That foul on Linn. Let's see who they give that one to. I was afraid it's going to be Izzy Rogie. So now Rogie has 3. Marcelo Herrera has 2 sitting on the bench. So foul trouble for head coach Trevor Kuhlman, the final 3-4. First free throw here from Vince will be a miss. Substitution, Olivia Meyer, the 5'9 freshman, will be called upon in the second quarter. Substitution as well as Gretchen Bott will check out Morgan Wirtz. And head coach Scott Romiser wants to take a timeout. We'll take it with them. Tigers lead by 2. 3:04 left to play second quarter. We're back after this word from our sponsors.
Titan West Incorporated manufactures corral fencing, gates, and chutes. A square deal better. Titan West now manufactures circular working corral, cattle, hog, horse, and bison equipment. Phone 1-800-252-0847 for dealer information. Circular working corral, cattle, hog, horse, and bison equipment. Manufactured here in Linn, Kansas by Titan West Incorporated. Phone toll free 1-800-252-0847.
Linn Bulldogs led this contest 10-8 at the end of the first quarter. They lead it here. They trail here 16-4 as Washington County has outscored the Bulldogs here in the second quarter. Thanks in part to Jessie Hoover finally hitting a 3, the first 3 for Washington County, as she has 6 points here throughout this second quarter. Second free throw upcoming here for Jory Bent. She missed the first one, looking for the back end of the 2-shot foul. Free throws up. That's hard off the rim. No good. Board pulled down by Gretchen Bott. Bott will now run pressure for the Bulldogs. 3 minutes left to go here before halftime. Right side, MQ will set it up. Diving inside. A lot of contact. No foul will be called as Bailey Peters drops that one down on a pretty little floater inside. Jessie Hoover had probably had more arm than ball, but no foul will be called. Good strength there by the sophomore Peters to knock us back up at 16. Jessie Hoover trying to work her way inside. It was a physical matchup, just watching Vince down low fight along with Jenny Turk. They're letting quite a bit go here in this matchup. Right side, Gakel. There's going to be a foul called. That will go on Olivia Meyer. 5 troubles for the Bulldogs. This is now team foul number 4 for Linn in this quarter. None whistled on by Washington County so far here in this quarter. After Washington County sent Linn to the free throw line at about the 3-minute mark with 5 personal fouls. First free throw will drop down here. for Addie Gakel. Third and fourth opportunities from the free throw stripe. And drops them both down, does Addie. 8 points now in the game to lead all scores as Bailey Peters tries to work her way inside. This ball's going to be taken away by Gakel. Another turnover, Linn. That's now 5 here in the quarter, 17 in the first half. Gakel at the other end, spinner from the right block. Shot will be missed. Ball pulled down by Ella Imke. Here come the Bulldogs, trailing by 2. 2 minutes left to play, first quarter action. Both these teams looking to pick up a win. Washington County 4-4 on the season, 0-4 in league. Linn 5-3 on the season, 2-2 in league, coming off that 2-point loss versus Hanover on Tuesday night. Little Euro step through for Gretchen Broad, hangs on the rim, will not fall down, going for the offensive board, finally pulled out of there by Addie Gakel. Bulldogs have had some shots at the rim, just haven't been able to get them to fall in this first half. Ben fakes on a 3. No, work it right side. Gakel will try and go baseline against the Bulldogs. Imke did a good job to stop that one. Substitution here as Mackenzie Meyer, senior for the Washington County, will go back into the contest. Out will check Addie Gakel with those 2 personal fouls. Flat floor across. Jesse Hoover swings it right into Meyer. She fires away from the right high post. That one's off, no good. Back now come the Bulldogs. 18-16 is our score. 1:22 left to play here before halftime. Bailey Peters will set us up offensively. Peters now with 6 points, halfway to her season average. We'll look for something inside. Good little floater there. That one drops down for Peters. She's now 3 for 4 from the floor from inside the arc here in this second quarter. 8 points for the sophomore. Back the other way. Tigers get back as we go under 60 seconds. Hoover comes out of nowhere, snags that one, and drops it down for 2. 8 points now for Jesse Hoover, all in this quarter, as she gives the Tigers back a 2-point lead. Peters will take this right down Broadway, and a foul will be called. First foul on Washington here in this quarter comes at the 45-second mark, and I believe that one will go on Jesse Hoover. It does. That's her second personal foul. She will get checked out by Jane Laughlin, protect those 2 for the senior leader here in the second half. Flat floor across for the Bulldogs. Swings to left corner. Bailey Peters fires a 3 with a hand in her face. That's an air ball. Anna Gakel pulls down the board. Can't mind the shooter for shooting. Hounded here near side. And it will be a turnover. Linn again. No. It'll stay. Good defense there. Excuse me, by Ella Imke to almost force the turnover for Washington County. Laughlin will come across the timeline. 32 seconds left. Cross-court pass now, top of the key, into the hands of Gakel. Gakel drives down right baseline, kicks it out. Swings around the horn. Without Hoover, where will shots come from? And a 3-second call will be the motion from the outside referee. Second 3-second we've seen in this contest. And now 5th turnover for Washington. Again, both teams had 7 in the first. Now both teams have 5 here in the second quarter. And it's turnovers, that is. Little fade pattern here for Peters. Peters looking to go right baseline, kicks it out to Turk. Turk now around the horn with 10 seconds. 3 balls straight on. It's off the rim. No good from, that's going to be Gretchen Bott. Outlet is too long, though, as Bott will pull down that board, gets into the lane, a lot of contact, and buzzer expires. It was a wild first quarter, a lot of turnovers, shooting not to write home about. But at the end of one quarter, the team in the lead is the home team. Washington County up 20-18 over Linn as we go into the girls' halftime. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll recap that first half, as well as take a look at how TVL tournament brackets lined out for all the area teams. Again at halftime, Washington County girls lead Linn girls 20-18. We're back to our Marysville Dental Care game of the week. After this, Marysville Dental Care, where Dr. Brittany and Dr. Zach are your number 1 rated dentists in Northeast Kansas. Go to MarysvilleDentalCare.com to book your visit and receive the dental care you deserve. Again, halftime score of your girls, 20-18. Washington in the lead. We'll be back after this.
Hi there, Chad Kramer here from Kramer Oil. Fuel costs for 2025 might be the last thing on your mind, but now's the perfect time to lock them in. As a family business, we take pride in delivering quality service you can count on. We've been here for you and will keep fueling your future. That's why we're offering a chance to secure your fuel rates for 2025. Don't wait. Call us at 785-562-2466 to book your fuel needs. Kramer Oil, fueling your future with confidence and a handshake you can trust.
In 1951, Dr. Max Beam opened the Washington Veterinary Clinic. Over 60 years later, the clinic is still providing care for both large and small animals. Our veterinarians, veterinary technician, and support staff have a very diverse and extensive agricultural background. Herd health services, bovine reproductive programs, large and small animal surgery, routine care for pets, grooming, boarding, and 24-hour emergency availability are just a few of the services provided. Take care of all your creatures, great and small, with the help of the Washington Veterinary Clinic.
Agriculture. Our country was built on it. Our children are fed by it. No one quite understands the unique needs of the farmer like United Bank and Trust. Whether you raise crops or livestock, you need the right equipment at the right time. Our ag loans can help you acquire and maintain that equipment when and where you need it. Contact one of our experienced ag lenders today. United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
You want a bank that not only cares about you, but the businesses and families around. FNB Washington is that bank. Community-minded since 1883, FNB Washington truly has been there through it all. A mainstay in the Washington community, FNB cherishes the opportunity to give back, whether participating in hosting local events, providing a community room for public use, or cheering the Tigers on to victory. Your local and hometown bank is still FNB Washington, Equal Housing Lender, FDIC.
Hop in, let's go to Honeyman Ford in Seneca, the best place to be.
Skip the drive. Come see us right here in Marysville, Kansas. At Honeyman Auto Sales and Service, you will find the same honest sales experience backed by the same reliable service. With the same goals in mind, our Marysville location is sure to provide you with a satisfying vehicle experience. Find us on Facebook or stop in at 1122 Pony Express Highway today.
Have you driven a Honeyman Ford lately?
When you're buying tires, go with the folks you know at M&M Tire in Washington. Locally owned, M&M Tire offers minor service work. They offer major brands of tires. They offer service after the sale. And that's what you can rely on with the folks you know at M&M Tire in Washington. Call them at 325-2207 for an appointment today. For your tire needs, call them M&M Tire in Washington.
For the best in farming equipment with the service to back it, there is only one Bruna Implement Company, your local Case IH dealer. Since 1947, the staff at Bruna Implement Company works daily to provide the best parts and service when you need it, always dedicated to their customers. Bruna Implement Company has been family-owned for 3 generations, and they know what it takes to be successful as your area Case IH dealer. With locations in Marysville, Washington, Clay Center, Seneca, Hiawatha, and Humboldt, Nebraska. Stop by or give them a call today.
Well, first quarter action in this contest, I'll go ahead and say it how it was. It was pretty ugly between both teams. Washington leads this game 20-18. Linn led 10-8 at the end of the first quarter, but Tigers outscored the Bulldogs 12-8 in that second quarter. Where do we start? I think we're going to start with turnovers. 24 turnovers between both of these teams in the first half. That's 12 apiece for both of these squads. Hasn't turned into a lot of points either, as there's been empty opportunities. 2 from the free throw line. Washington is 3 for 10. They were 3 for 6 in the second quarter. Meanwhile, on the other side, Linn girls are 3 for 8. So they're 38%. Washington is 30% from the line, leaving 3 points out there. Shooting percentages not to write home about either. Washington County is 1 for 4 from behind the three-point line. That 1-3 for Jesse Hoover. They are 7 for 21, good enough for 33% on this game overall. Linn girls, same exact. They are 7 for 21, 33%. The only difference is Linn is shooting it well inside the arc. They are 6 for 9 from inside the free throw line. you're doing your math, that's 67%. But outside the three-point line, Linn is only 1 for 12. That's under 10% from behind the arc. So if the Bulldogs move some of those inside shots inside, they could turn this contest around. Looking at scoring totals, we're going to start with the Bulldogs. 8 points for Bailey Peters. She had 6 there in the second quarter. 4 points for Marcela Huerta and 6 points for Ella Imke. All of those coming in the first quarter. Only 3 players scoring for Linn in that first half as they have 18. As for the Washington County girls, 8 points from Jessie Hoover, 8 points from Maddie Gakel, and 2 points, I didn't have that right somewhere, 2 points from Jory Vince and 2 points for Natalia Amaderas off of the bench. Again, your halftime score, 20-18, Washington County ahead of this one. Both teams looking to stop losing skids as Washington County fell on Tuesday night versus Valley Heights. Linn looking for a bounce-back win after only falling by 2 versus Hanover on Tuesday. We're going to take a quick timeout, come back and look at how TVL brackets have set up for both of these teams when we come back on our Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week here on KNDY FM 95.5.
Linn Community Nursing Home raises the standard in long-term residential care. You'll discover a family-oriented atmosphere where visitors are welcome 24/7. Rooms are already furnished and can be personalized with your favorite photos, decor, and those extra special touches. Your loved one will enjoy the savory restaurant-style menu available, ensuring nutritious meals. The Linn Community Nursing Home is more than a facility. They're a tight-knit community dedicated to providing the best care in a place that truly feels like home.
Harsh winters in our area can drive up your energy cost. Protect your home and wallet this year by stopping at Hometown Lumber in Marysville and Axtell Lumber. Seal drafty windows and doors with weather stripping and draft stoppers. Grab durable window and door wrap or new ductwork and replace your furnace filter for improved energy efficiency, lower repair costs, and a more comfortable home. Visit Hometown Lumber in Marysville or Axtell Lumber today to protect your home and stay warm this winter.
From the ground up, Midwest Products Hanover can assist with concrete drives, parking, walks, entries, foundations, and support walls. Quality people help produce quality products, and you can rely on their crews for a job done right. Concrete plants at Hanover, Washington, and Clay Center. Midwest Products also haul rock, sand, and gravel. They have a crane for rent and can assist with site preparation. Start your next job with a call for a quote today from Midwest Products at Hanover.
Let Dr. Phil Benz of the Animal Health Center in Washington keep your pets and herds healthy and thriving. They offer services such as vaccination, surgery, grooming, and boarding. The doctors also understand your herd is your livelihood. Call them for a herd health consultation to assist with nutrition and pasture management, vaccination and deworming protocols, reproductive strategies, and more. And don't forget your hard-working horses. The Animal Health Center has specific services for them as well. Animal Health Services in Washington, open Monday through Saturday. Call for an appointment today.
As always, mid-January rolls around. It is TVL tournament time. KNDY will kick off coverage Monday starting about 3:15. We'll have full coverage Monday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from Frankfort. I know Jeff Wertz of the TVL Sports Spotlight will be down there Saturday as well, so check out the Facebook page, TVL Sports Spotlight, for updates all Saturday long. Looking at a few teams here as schedules have already been announced. Of course, Washington County, they'll be back at it bright and early tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. versus the 8-seeded Axtell Eagles. This was a matchup that happened a couple weeks ago. Axtell got the 41-33 victory in that one. Again, Linn girls, they will have tomorrow off. They will play Monday as the 5-seed versus 4-seeded Donovan West. Donovan West, one of the 3 losses for Linn this season, 52-36. Looking at the boys' side of the bracket, who we'll see here in a little bit. The Linn boys come into the Twin Valley League tournament 4-4 on the season. They will be the 7th seed. They will take on 10-seed at Valley Heights at 11:30 tomorrow morning. They will take on the winner of that game will take on Axtell. Elsewhere, the Washington County boys, they are the 11th seed, as there's only 11 teams now in the Twin Valley League. Washington County 2-6 on the season. They will take on 6-seeded Frankfort at 1 o'clock tomorrow. Winner of that game will take on Centralia. Top 3 boys teams this year: Hanover, Axtell, Centralia in that mark. Top 3 girls: Centralia, Hanover, and Clifton Clyde in that mark. Again, coverage will start on KNDY FM 95.5 Monday with the 3:15 contest. First play out of the gate is a left block shot for Addie Gakel. Back-to-back double-digit performances now for the senior post. After 16 at Valley Heights Tuesday night, she now has 10 to lead all scores, and the Tigers now up by 4 to start the second half. Here's a steal topside, taken away by Hoover, leads out to a right out. Mackenzie Baker, middle of the lane, stops, kicks it back out to Hoover. Hoover fakes on the 3, now down low to Gakel. Good hands by Herrera to force that one away and stop a scoring opportunity for Linn. Or for Washington, First substitution quickly out of the gate. Morgan Wirtz will check out. In will come Ella Imke. A little foul trouble for both sides. Izzy Rogie has 3 for Linn, 2 fouls apiece for Addie Gakel, Jesse Hoover, and Jory Benz. 22-18 is our score. Another turnover committed by Washington County. So 1 apiece now starting the second half, just like we were in that first half. Here's a steal taken away by Addie Gakel. She was standing right in front of Marcelo Herrera, but Emke just threw it right to Gakel. So now 4 possessions, 1 bucket, 3 turnovers between both of these teams. Again, combined 24 turnovers in that first half. Now here's the turnover off the hands of Jesse Hoover. A little butterfingers on that one. Leads to a baseline drive by the Bulldogs. Swings it around the horn, top side. Herrera back to Imke, left block. Imke drives baseline, stops, kicks it out, taken away by Baker, right into the hands of Mackenzie Baker. Baker looking to go coast to coast, stops off the glass, shot no good. Jesse Hoover there, offensive board, and up 4-2 for Hoover. 4 quick points for Washington to come out, and Linn is still looking for their first shot of this second half. And another turnover by Linn, that's 4 now. Hoover looking to run this one down, stops at the block, up and down. A 4-0 run for Jesse Hoover, and Trevor Kuhlman will take a timeout. It's quickly ballooned up 26-18, and we'll take a timeout with them. We're back after this.
Owens Originals Floral has creative solutions for all your floral needs. Let Carol and her artistic team design and deliver a floral masterpiece for you. At Owens Originals, they keep a large selection of fresh flowers available, as if they're handpicked just for you. Owens Originals Floral on the Square in downtown Washington, 325-2026 for all of life's celebrations.
At Sunflower Community Credit Union, we're proud to give back to our community through initiatives like Debit for a Difference, a program that provides local educators with grants for their classrooms, which helps them make a difference in our schools. Along with Save at School, an innovative way for students to learn the value of saving money. Kids can open their very own savings account, making financial education fun and accessible. Join Sunflower Community Credit Union in Marysville and become part of a financial family committed to your success and the success of our community.
We're always glad to have you along. Extra glad tonight as we are the only Twin Valley League broadcast going on. If you're looking for some other basketball action, swing over to KNDY AM 1570, FM 94.1. Bruce Dierking has the call as the Marysville Bulldogs are up 20-17 down at Wamego. Wamego girls really good this season. Of course, Marysville girls coming off a nice win, too, as well. Another turnover, Linn. Beautiful pass from half court to Addie Gakel. Gakel lays it in for her second bucket here in the second half. But again, turnovers for the Linn Lady Bulldogs. Now 5 here in the third quarter with 6 minutes left to play, and make that 6. Off the hands of Marcelo Herrera, off the inbound pass, as Linn can't stop the bleeding. 2 ball is going to be missed from Anna Gakel. Rebound taken away by Jenny Turk. As that was going to be, or that is Washington's first miss of the second half. Tigers now 4 for 5 from the floor, while Linn has yet to get off a shot. Every possession the Bulldogs have turned it over. A team that averages, 18 turnovers a game right now, sit at that mark at 18. Here, though, might be some opportunities from the free throw line, as working her way inside is Josie Emke. Now coming off the bench here in the third quarter, as head coach Trevor Kuhlman will just look for some offensive spark after this Linn Bulldogs team played so well Tuesday night, took the number 1 team in 1A Division II all the way down to the wire with a chance to win that one with a final shot. But here, the pressure for the Washington County Tigers just slowing down the Linn Bulldogs. That personal foul for Washington will go on Anna Gakel. That's her first personal foul. Josie Imke now with the second free throw will drop that one down. And the first points for Linn come at the 5:26 mark here in this third quarter. It is 28-19 after it was 20-18 at half. Washington still trying to work it inside. They do. Hoover, she smacked across the face and will earn a trip to the free throw strike. All-State track 2 as well, Jessie Hoover. This one will send her to the line. She had 8 points in the first half, now with 12 on 2-for-2 shooting. That personal foul will go on Jenny Turk of the Lady Bulldogs, her first personal foul. Basketball action doesn't stop after tonight either. We won't have coverage of TVL on Saturday, but we will have an all-Kansas matchup. It's KU K-State. It's the Sunflower Showdown today tomorrow at noon. Coverage will start 11:30 right here on KNDY FM 95.5. Meanwhile, coverage will start at 11 with the K-State broadcast over on our sister station, AM 1570, FM 94.01. Hoover goes 1 for 2 from the stripe at the offensive side. Linn did a good job of working it inside to Gretchen Bott, and Bott paid the price, took a whack from Addie Gakel. Gakel's second personal foul will send Gretchen Bott to the line for 2 free throws where she sinks the first one. But again, all of Lynn's points so far here in the second half has come to the free throw line. They have 6 turnovers on 8 offensive possessions. Now 3 for 4, though, from the stripe as Gretchen sinks the second of 2. Linn turns up the full court pressure. Hoover will look to break it herself. She gets down the middle of the court all the way to the rim through the arms. No foul, but defensive stop as Jenny Turk comes out of there with the board. Hounded near side. Hoover about poked that one away from the Bulldogs, but it'll stay with Linn. Jessie Hoover, an all-first-team Twin Valley League guard last season, a heck of a disruptor defensively, and really showing it here tonight, not keeping track of steals, but I'm sure she's got at least 4 or 5 and disrupted at least that many attempts. Here's a drive right baseline by Jenny Turk. She'll take a shot by Addie Gakel. So Gakel getting her fouls in here in the second half. That's now 3 for Addie. 4 personal fouls for Washington, committed in this third quarter after we saw none in the second. So kind of same thing we saw in the second quarter we're seeing here in the third. A lot of fouls for one team, not a lot for the other side. Good little inbounds play leads to a 3 thought about by Gretchen Bott, but she'll set this up. Top side now, Josie Imke. Freshman will get us going. She gets inside, hands it off to Bott. Bott, nice little shot from the right elbow. Gretchen's first bucket in 4 attempts. She's now got 4 points here all in the third, and it's back to a 6-point game. Washington County in the lead. A foul will be called. I believe that will go on Hererta, and it will. So now Marcella with 3 personal fouls, leading scorer for the Tigers this season with 3 personals. She had the set in that first half with 2 personals. Stay underneath the basket. Hoover finds Gakel right in front of the line, and Addie Gakel turning it on here in this contest. She's now got 6 points in this quarter, 3 for 3 from the floor. Hererta at the other end drops this one off. What you can do, I can do better, says Marcella. Back-to-back buckets here between these two teams. Now Marcella nearly knocks it away, but Hoover will regain control for the Tigers. Kinsey Baker's 7-foot right shot. No, but offensive rebound pulled down Washington County. Leads to Jessie Hoover 3. That one's off the rim. No good. Washington County. Now Linn running quickly up the other way. Lefty layup up and down for Bailey Peters. Double digits now for the sophomore. Addie Gakel left alone at the other end. And Hererta picks up her 4th personal foul as she puts her hand in the back of Addie. And Addie will go to the line for 2 free throws. So we saw turnovers to start this one. Now scoring here lately as it's 31-27. Washington they're in the lead in this one. And 4 personal fouls on Marcella Hererta. The big for Linn will be trouble the rest of the way for head coach Trevor Kuhlman and his Tigers. Addie Gakel calmly knocks down the first one. Head coach Scott Romiser wants to take a timeout. We'll take it with them. 32-27 is our score 3:38 left to play in this third quarter. Girls contest. We're back after this.
Coolman Implement and Hardware is your AGCO Alice, White, Hesting, Leaner, and Gel dealer with personalized care since 1935. See Coolman Implement and Hardware for farm equipment, electrical and plumbing supplies, parts, sales, and service. Your AGCO Alice, White, Hesting, Leaner, and Gel dealer is Coolman Implement and Hardware in Linn, Kansas.
A good girls contest going on right now. Don't go anywhere. Boys contest is expected to be just as exciting. The 4-4 Linn boys versus the 2-6 Washington County boys. Both teams looking to get back in the winning column after losses on Tuesday night. A matchup of the first-year head coaches, too, is Bennett Bargdale at the helm of the Bulldogs now, while Ryan Huckett is at the helm of the Washington County Tigers. And we'll talk to both head coaches in between boys and girls contest. Just as the conclusion of the girls contest, we'll take a break for national news, weather, and a look at the brackets for Twin Valley League, as long as conversations with head coach Bennett Bargdale and Ryan Huckett here in between the boys and girls contest. At the line, Addie Gakel, she's 1 for 1 here already in this opportunity. She is now 3 for 5 on the night from the line. Second free throw is up. That one's long off the board. No dice. Board pulled down by Izzy Rogie of Linn. Bulldogs, who led trailed by half by 2, now trail by 5, gets 2 shots at it, does empty, and a jump ball will finally be called. It'll stay with the Bulldogs. Substitution now is Maggie Luchmeyer will check into the game. Along with Anna Gakel, out will go Natalia Alvarez, who was just in there for a split second, along with Jory Vince. 3 ball off the inbound is canned in the right corner by Josie Imke. Off the bench, drains a triple for the freshman, and it's a 2-point contest. But at the other end, an answer. A beautiful feed to Addie Gakel from Jesse Hoover, who we've seen it all night long. All of a sudden now, Addie with 8 points here in this third quarter and an old-fashioned 3-point opportunity for the senior. Foul trouble continues to pile up for Trevor Kuhlman and his Bulldogs. Now Izzy Rogie, the 5'11 sophomore sub, will go down with a 4th personal foul. So both bigs for Linn are out with 4 as Addie Gakel hits the free throw. Now turnover Bulldogs. Haven't seen one of those in a while, but it'll lead to a Gakel run-out shot up, but more free throws coming here for Addie. Again, the senior having a heck of a week. She had 16 against Valley Heights on Tuesday night. Now with 18 here through the third quarter, as she's scored 18 out of Washington County's 35 points. We've still got 3 minutes left to play in this third quarter. Free throw, though, will be a miss, as that foul on Linn will go, I believe, on Imke. Second free throw here for Gakel misses, so she'll go 0 for 2 on that trip after going 1 for 1 the moment before. Quickly back the other way, here come the Bulldogs, trailing by 5. Looking to get it to Bailey Peters inside the lane, blocked. I believe that's a big block by Maggie Luchmeyer. It stays with the Bulldogs, though. Right side, Ella Imke just hit a 3, thought about another one. It's going to swing opposite corner, left corner now. With it is Bailey Peters. Peters trapped in the corner, top side, fought around the horn, back to Imke now. Imke a little trouble with it, top side to Ella. Ella will hand off with Josie right side. 2:25 left to play, third quarter action, 5-point ball game, Washington in the lead. Tigers led by 2 at half. They got this up to as many as 12 here in this third. Good swing around, 3 ball by Josie Imke. Opposite quarter is missed, and Addie Gakel, a big defensive rebound. So Josie Imke coming firing off the bench here in the second half. Will need him to keep this offense going. Hoover topside guarded by Peters, taken away now by Ella Imke. Good turnover forced by the Bulldogs. Ella gives it off to Bailey topside. Peters here with 10 points in this contest. Swings it around the horn topside. Ella Imke, that one's bottom. Big three ball there for the Linn Bulldogs. 9 points now for Ella Imke, and they're not done yet as they went on a nice little run here of their own. Still trail by 2, 35-33 is our score. Hoover sets it up against the 2-3 defense for the Bulldogs. Wild three will be missed by Maggie Luchmeyer. Leads to a Bulldogs run out. Peters gets to the left block, kicks it out to Josie. Josie now back to Peters. As Linn trying to go 4 out, 1 in around Olivia Meyer down low. Peters gets to the left block, shot up, no good. We're going to have a jump ball down underneath the basket between Gakel and Meyer, and it will go over to the Washington County Tigers. Full court pressure now for the Bulldogs. Still trailing by 2, 35-33 is your score. 1 minute left to play in this third quarter. It's been a back-and-forth matchup the last couple of years. Last 8, these two teams are 4-4. Here's the steal, though, taken away by the Bulldogs. Trying to go coast-to-coast, misses the shot. Was Morgan Wirtz, leads to another run out, though, and Luchmeyer does not miss on the other side. First bucket for Maggie Luchmeyer puts the Tigers back up by 4. Linn top side. Again, 4 out, 1 in, looking for a shot. They've scored decently here in the third quarter. We'll look at to keep it going. Topside, Peters fires a 3. That one's money. Bailey Peters, her first triple in this contest, 1 for 6 now from behind the line. And all of a sudden, it's a 1-point game. Linn Bulldogs looking for one stop. 10 seconds left. Top of the key. Peters hounding Hoover. Hoover getting it to Gakel, right block. Addie will be blocked, but a foul is called. 2 shots upcoming for Addie Gakel, who has had the quarter of her life here in the third quarter. 10 points for Addie now, a team high 18 for the senior. And that foul will go on 11. So Ella Imke now picks up her second personal foul. Free throw first is a miss from Addie Gakel. Missed her last 3 now. We'll look to get this one a 2-point contest before the quarter break. 6 seconds on the clock, 1-point advantage for Washington County. Free throw, that's a miss. Meyer pulls down the board. Gets it off now to Bott. Bott up ahead to Peters. Peters ahead to Imke. Imke, a long 3 will be a miss. And it's a 1-point contest. 37-36 is your score. Washington County still holds on to the lead, but it's anybody's game when we come back for fourth quarter action here on KNDY.
For the best of care close to home, visit the Washington County Hospital and Family Medicine of Washington County. Their team of professionals work together to provide every member of your family in every stage of life with medical care. From routine checkups to diagnostic services, visiting outpatient specialists, obstetrics, major and minor surgical procedures, and an emergency room that is always staffed by physicians, you'll find the best of care right here in Washington County. Call 785-325-2211 for your appointment today.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has been protecting farmers and ranchers season after season.
You need to know you're covered and you've got somebody covering your back.
You've got local people that everybody knows.
And we have a good policy and a good agent, and I guess that's what you need to be able to sleep at night.
Loyal, local, and rooted in ag for over 80 years. Learn more at fbfs.com/rootedinag. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Bryce Leonard in Washington is your local agent with Farm Bureau Insurance and Farm Bureau Financial Services.
Well, after a rough start to the quarter, one that saw Linn turn it over 5 out of 6 possessions, the Bulldogs outscore Washington County 18-17 in that third quarter and trail here 37-36 in the final 8 minutes. Again, this has been a tight, we'll go ahead and call it a rivalry the last couple of years. 4-4 in their last 8 meetings, only decided by 8 points. We've got 8 minutes left to go here in this fourth quarter for the right to pick up the confidence-boosting win going into the TBL tournament here tonight. Bailey Peters floats it inside the lane. Shot will be missed. Offensive rebound being fought for and finally ends up in the hands of Jesse Hoover. Hoover leads to a run out. Addie Gakel gets it back to Hoover, who misses badly on the shot, and it will be an air ball back the way of the Lady Bulldogs. Big games here for tonight for Washington County. 18 for Addie Gagel, 13 for Jesse Hoover, 13 for Bailey Peters, but bigger numbers for Linn. They have been without Marcelo Huerta since about the 5.5-minute mark in the third quarter. Both posts for Linn are sitting on the bench with four fouls. Izzy Rogie with 4, along with Huerta with 4. So head coach Trevor Kuhlman needing to find some scoring here in this final quarter. Will it be Peters? No, she misses from the left block. Bailey with 13 here leading the Bulldogs, and a carry will be called as Abby Gakel tried to bring this one up the court. First turnover for Washington. They had 12 in the first half, 4 in the third quarter. So now turnover number 17 for the Tigers. A substitution for Washington County. Mackenzie Meyer will check out Addie Gakel. 37-36, still our score. 1 minute passed in this fourth quarter action. Good boys matchup coming to after this one, so don't go anywhere. Top side, Peters will get us set up. Right side, Bott works it around the horn. Washington County back into a 2-3 zone. We'll try and sink down in the middle as Linn tries to feed it inside to Izzy Rogie. A little floater inside the lane will be missed by Gretchen Bott. A second opportunity by Gretchen, and 2 personal fouls now, two free throws will be coming the way of Linn. That personal foul, I believe, will go on Mackenzie Baker. And that will be second personal foul on Baker. Free throw here for Gretchen Bott will drop down. Bott now with 6 points. She was 2 for 2 from the line before that. Mackenzie Baker will go to the seat. She's actually got 4 personal fouls. Didn't check up to see that one. So foul trouble for the Tigers there for Mackenzie. Again, Linn, Marcelo Huerta, and Izzy Rogie with 4. Mackenzie Baker for Washington with 4 is your foul trouble here in the fourth quarter. Second free throw is down for Gretchen Bott. 4 for 4 from the line for the sophomore. She gives the Bulldogs a 1 point lead. Washington has won the last 2 meetings between these two teams. Linn looking to break that streak. Addie Gakel right block. Shot, turnaround shot, no good. That ball hits the floor. Good box out by Linn, and here come the Bulldogs. Linn with the 1 point advantage. Peters thought about a 3, now works her way left side. Gretchen Bott left wing inside, floater shot, no good. Lots of contact again as bodies go flying to the floor. This has been a physical game on both sides. Referees letting everyone play here in this contest. I believe that was Gakel. No, that's going to be Jory Vince, who took a smack to the floor. So she will get subbed out. In will come Natalia Almendarez. Officials letting everyone play here in this one. Here's a long outlet pass that will go out of bounds. Hoover was looking for Luchmeyer at half court from the out of bounds play. Head coach Scott Roadriser looking at his senior leader saying, just get the ball in simply there. Big turnover for Washington County. Gives it back to Linn with a 1 point advantage. Here's an inside tap almost taken by Hoover, but it'll get back inside to Linn. Ball going everywhere here tonight as Bulldogs will reset. Let's see what we can get. Inside, Gretchen Bott works her way inside the paint. Now 3-ball Linn. That's hard off the rim. No good. Jenny Turk can't find the mark. Turk's first shot since midway through the first quarter is a miss. Go back to the Tigers trailing by 1. 5:28 left to play in this contest. 1 point game as Washington County trails and has the ball. And now a 3-second call committed by Washington County. That is their third 3-second called in this game. And back and forth we go in blown opportunities between both of these teams. Again, Linn out there, not out there with Marcelo Huerta, so it's Bailey Peters who fires up this 3. That's going to be a miss. Offensive rebound, though, pulled down by Morgan Wirtz. Wirtz will keep this possession alive for the Bulldogs. Gretchen Bott works her way inside 4-2 and drops it in. And head coach Trevor Kuhlman wants to take himself a timeout. I believe it's going to be a full timeout. No, it's going to be a 30-second so we're going to keep it right here with 5 minutes left to play. Linn led this contest 10-8 at the first quarter. Washington County held the 2-point advantage at halftime. Linn outscored Washington County in the third quarter 18-17. But here in this fourth quarter, it is Gretchen Bott who has all 4 points for the Linn Lady Bulldogs, as Washington is yet to find a bucket here in this fourth. If you're just tuning us or joining us too as well, it was a sloppy first half that saw 24 turnovers between both teams. So far here in the second half, we've seen 13, so a little bit of a cleanup, but still sloppy play from both sides. Of course, both teams, again, looking for a win. Washington County coming off that loss at Valley Heights 60-47 on Tuesday night. Linn girls coming off a only 2-point loss versus Hanover, though, on Tuesday night. That game was 40-38. It saw Linn commit a lot of turnovers, too, as well in that one. Stats from head coach Trevor Kuhlman, 17 turnovers were committed by Linn in that contest Tuesday night. Now here's, speaking of a turnover, a fourth for Washington County as that bug has bit the Tigers here in the fourth quarter. Mackenzie Baker will check back in to the Tigers lineup. Out will go Natalia Andres. So it's Hoover, Baker, Gakel, Vince, and Luchmeyer in there for the Tigers. Herrera back in there for Washington County. Around her, it's Wirtz, Peters, Bott, and Turk. Here's Morgan Wirtz left side, feeds it inside to Marcelo Herrera. A lot of hands went up. No foul is called. A jump ball will be called on the floor on the shot from Marcella. It'll stay with the Bulldogs, though, underneath their own basket. Who can get a 5 or 6 point lead? It's 3 right now. 40-37 is your score. Top side, Jenny Turk will set it up for the Bulldogs. Cross court skip pass, Bailey Peters. Will this be a 3? No, hard off the rim, no good, but it will be off Washington County and stay with Linn. Peters letting it fly here in the fourth quarter, hasn't hit a shot, but 13 points tonight. One of those threes could be a big momentum swifter. Top side, Gretchen Turk, partially blocked by Jessie Hoover. What can't she do? Leads to Washington County run out. Gakel up and down for 2. Don't know how Addie Gakel caught that one, but when you've got a 20-piece brewing, it don't matter. An and one opportunity and a chance to tie it for the senior. Jenny Turk commits her third personal foul. No, excuse me, that will go on Turk. That one will go on Peters. That's her first personal foul. Or Morgan Wirtz, excuse me, first personal foul on Wirtz, so third person there. We got it. Most importantly, Addie Gakel knots us up at 40 points with the made free throw. With that, head coach Scott Merowmeiser wants to take a timeout. It's a full one, so we'll take a 30-second break. 40-40 is our score, fourth quarter action. We're back to our Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week after this word.
Warm up with preseason savings on New Holland utility tractors from Can Equip. Get 0% deals or cash back offers on PowerStar, T5, Workmaster Utility, and T6 models. These powerful, comfortable tractors deliver from 40 to 126 PTO horsepower. Warm up with preseason savings now at Can Equip in Marysville. Offers end March 31st. For commercial use only. Customer participation subject to credit qualification and CNH Industrial Capital America LLC approval. Standard terms, conditions, and other restrictions apply. Down payment may be required.
Again, basketball coverage does not stop this weekend. KNDY won't be down at the CBL tournament, but we'll have the Sunflower Showdown for you. KU and K-State square off this Saturday. Broadcast coverage begins 11:30 right here on KNDY FM 95.5. Over on our sister station, AM 1570 FM 94.1. K-State broadcast will begin at 11 a.m. That's a noon tip-off for the Sunflower Showdown. Both of those teams, KU and K-State, coming off of losses. KU, a tough one up at Iowa State on Wednesday night. K-State fell on a tough one versus Tech on Tuesday, so should be another great edition of the Sunflower Showdown that you can tune in to KNDY for right here. We got a great one here in our girls contest. 40-all is our score as Gretchen Bott fires up a 3. That's a miss. Leads to a Jessie Hoover run out. Hoover trying to go coast to coast. Puts it up, no good, but offensive board and back up by Maggie Luchmeyer. Luchmeyer's second bucket here tonight, and it's a 2-point bomb game. Washington County in the lead. Linn around the horn. Marcella Herrera back in there, along with Izzy Rogie. It's Rogie and Herrera down low around Gretchen Bott, Bailey Peters, and Turk. And here's a turnover as Marcella airmailed that one intended for Bailey Peters. The first turnover for Linn in this first quarter after they had 19 in the first 3, but a costly one there. We'll give it back to Washington County, leading by 2. Man-to-man defense here for the Bulldogs, looking to get it to Hoover. Hoover right block, and a hand check foul will be committed on Bailey Peters. That'll be the second now on the sophomore. Third team foul for Linn in this quarter. Neither team in trouble of free throws yet. 3 out top of the free throw line. Jessie Hoover will inbound it underneath her own basket. Gets it off to Addie Gakel, right block. One step inside. That drops down. 22 now for Addie Gakel as she has half of the Tigers' points. It's 44-40. Washington County leading with 3:06 left to play. Inside, Rogie kicks it out. Around the horn, thought about a 3 was Morgan Wirtz. But now cross-court skip pass. Peters will let this one fire. Offensive board, Marcelo Herrera swings it back out to Peters as the Bulldogs will reset. Needing a shot maker here from Linn, trying to work it right block with Peters and Herrera down low. Bailey Peters working her way inside, 13, right at her season average of 12. Peters right block, time ticking away, 2:37 left to play. Peters inside to Rogie. Rogie turnaround, up and down for 2. Izzy Rogie's first bucket comes here in the fourth quarter, and we've got a 2-point ball game. Man-to-man, full-court pressure here by Linn. Cross-court skip pass into Kinsey Baker. Shot off the low block. No good. Offensive board is called by Jessie Hoover, and we're going to have a foul inside committed by who? Is that going to go on Linn? It will. That's going to be Bailey Peters. So 2 quick ones for Peters will be her third personal. Substitution now. Jenny Turk will check in Izzy Remke. So final 2:18, it'll be Turk, Bott, Peters, Wirtz, and Herrera for the Bulldogs. For Washington County, it'll be Hoover, Baker, Gakel, Luchmeyer, and Addie Gakel, who has a team-high 22 points in this one. Play will go to Hoover, and a foul underneath on Bailey Peters. Good play call there by Scott Romiser. Hoover, who's been the inbounder all night, just stepped right into the court, got in front of Bailey Peters. Now all of a sudden the sophomore has 4 personal fouls. So 4 for Peters and 4 for Herrera. 2 players in trouble of fouling out here late for Linn. Here's the pass inside, tipped away, taken away, stolen away by Linn. 5th turnover for Washington in this fourth quarter. Linn comes back looking to tie or take the lead. Herrera short right block, swings it left side into the hands of Bott. Bott now to Peters. Peters drives, gets it out to Gretchen. Gretchen gets inside, kicks it out. Morgan Wirtz still working 1 out or 4 out, 1 in around Herrera. Bott around the horn. Peters left side on the wing with it, trying to look inside. Skip pass to Turk. Now down low, a push will be called by Addie Gakel down low. A big foul as that's now 4 on Gakel. 22 on the night. Scott Romiser can't afford to lose her in the final 1:45. This will stay underneath the Linn basket. 1:45 left to play, 2-point advantage. Washington County inside, up off the glass. Peters couldn't get that one to roll down. Bailey Peters had a shot on the left block and just couldn't get it to drop down. Good defense from Maggie Luchmeyer down low. But a beautiful pass set Peters up beautifully. Substitution here as Ella Emke will come in. Emke had a big first quarter. She had 6 points off the bench. She will check out Herrera, who has those 4. Only 4 team fouls committed by Linn. Next one will send the Tigers to the free throw line. Here's Hoover, top side, guarded tightly by Peters. You better watch those hands. Ball's tipped away. It's on the ground. Still in the hands of Hoover, left block, and now a foul will be called on Linn, and I believe that will send Jessie Hoover to the line for free throws. That one will go on Gretchen Bott, the second personal. A lot of hands, a lot of elbows. Kind of seemed like a soft call, in my opinion, at this possession. But nonetheless, Jessie Hoover will go to the line with 2 important free throws. First one is a miss from Hoover. She was 2 for 4 before that one. Substitution, Addie Gakel out. In will come Jory Vince. Gakel, though, with 4 fouls, so don't want her to foul out going for this offensive board. 44-22 is your score. 2-point advantage for Washington County. Jesse Hoover at the line for the back half of 2. Free throw is up. That one's no good. And a no over the back call as Hoover goes 0 for 2 from the line. It'll go back to Linn. Final minute 21. Washington County still up by 2. Jesse Hoover had an opportunity to push it up to 4. Marcella Huerta out there for the Bulldogs with 8 points. Bailey Peters with 13. Who does Trevor Kuhlman go with as we hit the final 60 seconds and a timeout will be called by Trevor Kuhlman? He wants it with a minute 05. We'll give him the timeout. We'll take a 30-second. We're back in 30 seconds after this.
If you can't remember the last time you've reviewed your insurance policies, you're not alone. The Dragiston Insurance Company and Buckeye Insurance Group work together to make sure you are properly covered. Call the friendly, knowledgeable staff at the Dragiston Agency at 785-325-2263 or stop by one of their 3 offices located in Washington, Clay Center, and Concordia. They'll provide service that exceeds expectations and coverage that meets your needs. Buckeye Insurance Group and the Dragiston Insurance Agency working together to protect you.
A game reset here for you. Washington County led at halftime 20-18. Linn outscored the Tigers 18-17 in that third quarter. Washington County led 37-36 at the end of 3. Here with a minute 05 left, Washington County leads 44-42. Addie Gakel with a team-high 23 points for Addie Gakel here in this one. She has 5 points in the fourth quarter, 2 points for Maggie Luchmeyer. As for Linn, Marcela Huerta leads the way with 8 points. Bailey Peters with 13. Marcela Huerta, though, with 4 personal fouls. Underneath the basket, there's Peters. Up, shot down for Bailey Peters as she took a hard hit to the floor. Her first bucket in 7 attempts knocks us up at 44. 56 seconds left to go, and head coach Scott Romiser wants to take a timeout. He'll just take a 30, so we're going to keep it with you here in the final 55 seconds. Just to give you a quick rundown, Bailey Peters now with a team-high 15 points for the Linn Lady Bulldogs. She also, though, has 4 personal fouls. Marcela Huerta has 4 for the Bulldogs. So does Izzy Rogie. Linn has also committed 5 personal fouls, so any foul will send Washington County to the free throw line. But the Tigers have not been the best here so far tonight. They were 5 for 16. Let's make them 6 for 19 here on the contest. So Washington County only 32% from the line here in the game. Washington County foul trouble. Mackenzie Baker with 4 and Addie Gakel with 4. Other than that, no trouble for the Tigers. But it's going to be in the hands of Jessie Hoover. She has 13 points here in the game, 8 through the first half. 55 seconds left, 44 all. Left side to the hands of Gakel. Now Addie left block, and a foul will be called, and that's it for Marcela Huerta. There was a lot of ball up top, but I think a body down below got Marcela, and her 5th personal foul comes at the 57-second mark. So she will be done now for the final 51 seconds, but importantly, again, that sends to the line for 2 free throws. Addie Gakel, a team-high 23 points, and pretty good from the free throw line here tonight from the senior. First free throw is a miss from Gakel. She was only 2 for 7 in that third quarter. Needing free throws to come in, having a good night from the floor, but not from the free throw line. Second free throw for Gakel. That one's down. It's a 1-point game. Washington County ahead of this one. And no timeout will be called, but Gakel will go to the floor. Out there for Linn, it is Gretchen Bott, Jenny Turk, Ella Imke, Bailey Peters, and down low, Izzy Rogie. 45 seconds left. Inside block, but a foul will be called. That'll send Gretchen Bott to the line for 2 free throws here in the final 42 seconds. As that personal foul, who did they take that on for Washington County? Gakel was out. It'll go on Maggie Luchmeyer, the second personal now on the freshman. Free throw is a miss to the left for Bott. Bott was 4 for 4 from the line before that one. 45-43 is the score. 42 seconds left to play. Washington County ahead of this one. Free throw from Gretchen Bott will tie us up. Free throw from the righty knocks us at 45. Big free throw from the sophomore. 40 seconds left to play. Jesse Hoover across the timeline. Addie Gakel at 23. Right side. Maggie Luchmeyer fires up a three. That one's hard off the rim. No good. Rebound pulled down Bailey Peters. Peters will run the offense for the Bulldogs. 27 seconds left. 45-45. Next score will do it. Head coach Trevor Kuhlman barks out a play, and he wants to take a timeout. It'll be here near sideline where he'll get the timeout. So with 20 seconds left, 20.5 on the clock, we've got a tight ball game. Again, Washington County, 3 fouls committed, so a foul will not send Linn to the line. Linn does have the ball with the final 20.5. Marcelo Huerta is out of this contest for the Bulldogs. Bailey Peters, leading scorer in this game with 15 points. Gretchen Bott has 7 so far, so another scoring opportunity. Ella Empty, if she's out there, has 9. But where does this offense come from? Both Jenny Turk and Morgan Wirtz have been scoreless here in this one. But again, 45-45 is our score. 20 seconds left. This is a 1-point lead for Linn at the third quarter. The turnovers got Washington right back into this one. Linn did a good job to fight back and knot us up here at 45. Don't go anywhere. After this contest, another good boys one will be coming up next on KNDY FM 95.5. In between these games, we'll also have a chance to talk with head coach for the Bulldogs, Bennett Bargdale, and the Washington County Tigers, Ryan Huckett. So you don't want to miss those conversations. You definitely don't want to miss this final 20.5 seconds. Out there for Linn, it'll be Morgan Wirtz, Bailey Peters, Jenny Turk, Izzy Rogie, and Gretchen Bott. Kinsey Baker, Jesse Hoover, Anna Gakel, Jory Vince, and Maggie Luchmeyer for the Tigers. 15 seconds left. Top side, Peters with it. Peters will set it up man-to-man by Washington County. Peters will give and go with Turk left side. Now Peters right side. Finds a man inside. That's Turk. Shots up off the glass. No good. Offensive rebound being fought for. Saved, but a foul will be called. That's on the floor. So only 4 fouls committed by Washington County. No free throws coming here for the Bulldogs, as that'll be foul number 4. Inbound underneath their own bucket. Good play call by Trevor Kuhlman to go to Jenny Turk with a little curl underneath on the right side of the block. And free throws will be coming. So that is actually team foul number 5, I believe. I'm going to need an explanation after this. Let's see what the officials say here. Okay, no, it's just 4 team fouls here in the fourth quarter. So it'll be underneath the basket. 1.9 on the clock. 45-45 is your score. Linn will have 1 shot at the bucket for this one. Washington County comes out in a 2-3 defense. Inbounder will be Gretchen Bott. And now head coach Scott Romiser wants to take a timeout. He'll take a full timeout. We're not going to go anywhere, though, as it's 1.9 on the clock. 45-45 is our score. Again, for the Bulldogs, leading scorer on the season, Marcelo Huerta, has fouled out at the 51-second mark with 8 points. Gretchen Bott has been the hot hand here in the fourth quarter with 5 points. She has 9 on the game. Jenny Turk had just an opportunity to put the bucket in the final second, but good defense by the Tigers have us knotted up at 45-45. I told you in the beginning of this one, it's been a tight contest between these two teams. The last 8 matches have been decided by a total of 8 points. And here we are, 45-45, 1.9 to go. What does Trevor Kuhlman have for his girls? Out there for the Bulldogs, it'll be Gretchen Bott, the inbounder, Bailey Peters, Jenny Turk, and I believe that's Morgan Wirtz in the line on the left block. Izzy Rogie will be topside. For Washington County, it'll be Jesse Hoover, Mackenzie Baker, Anna Gakel, Jory Vince, and Maggie Luchmeyer. Underneath their own basket will be Bott. Bott will inbounds. Topside Peters. Peters needs to get a shot off. She does at the buzzer. No! Off the glass. No good. Good shot from Bailey Peters. And for the second straight contest, for the second straight week, we have got ourselves an overtime game here on KNDY. We're going to take a 30-second break. Final 5 minutes up after this. Again, at the end of regulation, 45-45. We're back in 30 seconds.
Titan West Incorporated manufactures corral fencing, gates, and chutes. A square deal better. Titan West now manufactures circular working corral, cattle, hog, horse, and bison equipment. Phone 1-800-252-0847 for dealer information. Circular working corral, cattle, hog, horse, and bison equipment. Manufactured here in Linn, Kansas by Titan West Incorporated. Phone toll-free 1-800-252-0847.
In 1951, Dr. Max Beam opened the Washington Veterinary Clinic. Over 60 years later, the clinic is still providing care for both large and small animals. Our veterinarians, veterinary technician, and support staff have a very diverse and extensive agricultural background. Herd health services, bovine reproductive programs, large and small animal surgery, routine care for pets, grooming, boarding, and 24-hour emergency availability are just a few of the services provided. Take care of all your creatures, great and small, with the help of the Washington Veterinary Clinic.
First overtime game for either of these teams. Again, Herrera's fouled out for the Bulldogs. So starting out there will be Wirtz, Peters, Turk, Bott, and Rogie. For the Tigers, same starting lineup: Hoover, Baker, Gakel, Benz, and Gakel. It'll be a tip taken by Hoover, quickly in line to Benz, and Benz has it go off her hand, and a turnover, Washington County. Tigers had 9 of those in the second half after 12 in the first half. If you're just joining up, it was a turnover fest, 24 between both teams in the first half. There was 8, we're going to make it 15 committed in the second half, and Washington County starts this overtime off with a turnover. It was a 1-point game at halftime. Linn outscored Washington County 18-17 in that third quarter. And going into overtime, it's 45-all. Here's an air ball taken by Bailey Peters. She misses everything on that 3. Jesse Hoover will now set up offense for the Tigers. Hoover top side, fakes on a 3, will lurk a little screen and roll with Anna Gagle right side. Again, Addie Gagle having a big night with 23, and she's going to be fouled top side. I believe that will go on Jenny Turk. It will. That's now Jenny's 4th personal foul. And, of course, overtime rules both teams were in the bonus nonetheless. So 2 free throws now upcoming for Addie. Addie had a rough fourth quarter from the second half, She was 4 for 12. And not very good starting off here the second. Free throw miss from Addie Gakel. 45-45 all still is our score. 3:09 here to play in overtime. Second free throw by Gakel misses that one, and an offensive foul will be called on Maggie Luchmeyer, the freshman who played big minutes against Valley Heights on Tuesday, now with 3 personal fouls. Didn't play any minutes in the first half, but she will send Jenny Turk back to the free throw line for the Linn Bulldogs. Turk had an opportunity at the end of overtime, to hit a bucket, and here she comes up big with a free throw make. Jenny Turk, her first points of the game come here at the 3:08 mark in the overtime period, and second points will give the Bulldogs a 2-point advantage. 47-45. Linn now up by 2. Light full court, man-to-man pressure. Hoover will get it off to Luchmeyer across the timeline. Luchmeyer back to Hoover, who barks out calls just across the Tigers' head here at Washington County. Trying to work it inside to Addie Gakel. Gakel gets it poked away by Bailey Peters with 4 fouls. She's got to be careful. Trying to work it right baseline to Gakel. Gakel back to Benz. Benz now inside to Hoover. Hoover forces up a shot. Defensive board pulled down Izzy Rogie. Bulldogs now off and running. Linn looking to work some clock in the lead. 2-point advantage, 47-45 here in this overtime period. Don't go anywhere after this one as we've got conversation with both boys head coaches coming up in between the games, and an excellent boys matchup too as well will follow this one. Inside, a personal foul will be committed on Washington County. And is this the way the Tigers fall? And it might be. But oh, so importantly, that's going to be Addie Gakel's 5th personal foul as she fouls out here with the 2:25 mark in overtime. Addie Gakel, 24 points for Gakel here tonight. And what's going to be, I'm sure, a career high. The missed free throws might be the story. On the other side, though, Linn not missing free throws. Jenny Turk back at the line, makes the first one. Second one up coming now for the sophomore. 2 quick dribbles, right hand puts that one up, bangs it home. 4 points now for Jenny Turk in this ball game, all from the free throw line, all in overtime. It's a 4-point advantage. Linn Bulldogs, 49-45, 2:02 left to play, fourth quarter. Top scorer for the Washington County girls just fouled out. Here's a near turnover. Now it is taken away by Linn. She's trapped along the baseline, and a foul will be called on Jory Vince, 90 feet away from the basket. The third personal, but Linn is living at the free throw line here in this fourth quarter, and who else but Jenny Turk will go back to the stripe. She is 4 for 4 from the line here in this one on the season. Turk averages just under a half free throw attempt a game, and here she sinks her 5th straight free throw for the Linn Bulldogs. Turk on the season, actually a 33% free throw shooter. She had 3 attempts going into this one. She misses that one, but still, Bulldogs up by 5. 5 straight here from Jenny Turk. Inside, good passing. Shot will be missed, though, inside by Anna Gakel. The sophomore can't get it to go. She's 0 for 5 from the floor, and now Bulldogs will run clock. 1:52 to play in this girls' contest. 5-point lead for Linn, and a foul committed at half court by Jessie Hoover to send, who was it? That will be Morgan Wirtz to the line. Wirtz is 0 for 2 from the stripe so far in this one. She's scoreless here on the contest, averaging on the season 4 points a game. Misses the first free throw. But more importantly, get Jenny Turk 5 for 6 to start this overtime for the Bulldogs. Have them up by 5. Now make it 6 as Wirtz hits her second of 2. Washington County now trailing by 6. It was 45-45 at the end of regulation. It's 51-45 now in favor of Linn. And another foul called, as we've seen 5 or 6 fouls, I believe 5 fouls now between both teams, will send Jessie Hoover to the line. Hoover so far in this contest, 13 points. Calmly knocks down the first free throw here in overtime for Washington County. Second one upcoming for Jessie. Nope, that one's no good. Offensive rebound we fought for, but Izzy Rogie rips that one away. Good defensive board from Rogie, and Linn will now run clock. 90 seconds on the dial up top. Bailey Peters will get it set up for the Bulldogs. 15 points for Peters. Now with it right side, man-to-man defense for Washington County. Top side, Gretchen Brott swings to left side, Morgan Wirtz. Wirtz working her way inside, all the way to the rim. Tough take for Wirtz, and she will be rewarded with fouls, or with free throws upcoming. And the referee wasn't too happy with a comment made by Washington County defender there. Personal foul will go on that top side defender and send, again, Morgan Wirtz to the line for 2 free throws. That foul goes on Anna Gakel, who picks up her second, and Wirtz sinks the first free throw. This will be Linn's 10th free throw attempt here in overtime after shooting 16 all in the game before. Second free throw is down for Wirtz. 3 points now for Morgan in this contest, but most importantly, free throws made. 53-46, 106 left to play in this overtime. It was 45-45 at the end of regulation, and a hand-touch foul will be called out on the right wing. I believe we'll send Maggie Luchmeyer to the line for 2 free throws. That personal foul will go on Bailey Peters, so now the sophomore guard fouls out here with 15 points in this overtime period. Free throw attempt here from Natalia Alvarez. That is a miss. Peters will take a seat on the bench. Again, fouled out here at the 101 mark in overtime. As Alvarez hits the second free throw, I believe a timeout will be taken by Washington County, and we'll take a 30-second with them. 59-6 on the clock. Linn Bulldogs lead this one 53-47 in overtime. We're back after this word from our sponsor.
Agriculture. Our country was built on it. Our children are fed by it. No one quite understands the unique needs of the farmer like United Bank and Trust. Whether you raise crops or livestock, you need the right equipment at the right time. Our ag loans can help you acquire and maintain that equipment when and where you need it. Contact one of our experienced ag lenders today. United Bank and Trust. Banking for your way of life. Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Second straight week with an overtime game. Happened to catch Frankfort Clifton Clyde boys last week with an overtime one. Here in this one, it's been all Linn from the free throw line in overtime. It was 45-45 going into this extra period. It's now 53-47 as Linn has hit 8 free throws in this overtime period. They are 8 for 10 from the strike. Linn shot a total of 16 free throws in the 4 quarters before overtime, and have shot again 10 here in this overtime period to lead 53-47. Big time from Jenny Turk as she has hit 5 of 6. Washington County will trap here, though. Still time left. Up top, though, Linn breaks it easily into the hands of Ella Imke. Now top side, Morgan Wirtz will just look to dribble this clock out. 43 seconds left. Washington County not giving up, though, trying to get in the passing lane. Down low, Izzy Rogie, turnaround shot, no good. Off their defensive board, pulled down by Jane Laughlin of Washington County. Now a foul committed at half court by Ella Imke. That'll be the 3rd personal foul. But more importantly, we'll send Jaden Laughlin to the line. She is 0 for 2 from the stripe here in this game, but free throws for Washington to put points on the board with the clock is stopped, what the Lady Tigers are needing. Free throw is no good, though, for Laughlin, as Washington County has come up empty from the strike here in overtime. They're 1 for 7 now from the free throw stripe. Make it 2 for 8, though, as it is a 5-point contest. Across half court, trapped right away. Gretchen Bott, and a timeout will be called by Trevor Kuhlman to hold possession. We're going to keep it right here, though, as we've got 26.8 seconds left to go in this overtime period. Again, a good boys contest coming up for you next after this one. 2 first-year head coaches in the league. Bennett Bardale has his team at 4-4. Meanwhile, Ryan Huckett has his Washington County Tigers team at 2-6. Tigers coming off 6 straight losses. Meanwhile, the Linn boys 2 straight, most notably over the 2 best or probable best teams in the league, Axel and Hanover, a 64-42 loss on the 10th and a 59-36 loss versus the Wildcats back on Tuesday. Coach Bardale for the Bulldogs trying to distract me over here a little bit as they get prepared to play the boys' varsity game after this girls' matchup. It's been a great girls' matchup. Again, it was 45-all at the end of regulation. Linn leads 53-48. Defensive has closed down Washington County, and free throws for Linn. Here's a little leaner pass, trying to get it inside the Bott. Bott underneath their own basket, gets it out to Rogie. Now a jump ball will be called. Possession arrow will stay with the Bulldogs. But again, free throws here in overtime, as Linn is 8 for 10 from the free throw line, and Washington County is only 2 for 8. Quick inbound here, gets it in, but trapped in the corner is Ella Imke. Imke somehow skips this one along the baseline to Bott. Gretchen out top side now, hounded by Hoover. Hoover looking for another steal. but I don't think she's going to get it. Clock winds down under 10, and a light foul committed out top by the Washington County Tigers. But that will be about all she writes here for the Tigers in this contest, as they have the Bulldogs knotted up at 45 and in their grasp, but they couldn't come up with late scores as that personal foul will go on Jessie Hoover, her fourth personal foul, and Morgan Wirtz at the free throw line knocks down the free throw. One more upcoming here for Wirtz. Second one is up and good, too, as well. 10 for 12 from the free throw line here in this fourth quarter, and it looks like Linn, a late shot here by Hoover. Walk will be the call with 0.8 seconds on the clock, and your final score, 55-48. Linn holds on to this one to beat, well, no, we don't. Just a second here. We're going back and forth here. We thought there was a foul on Hoover down on the far side going to the bucket. Now an inbounds pass that goes over the heads of everyone will actually give Washington the ball back underneath their own basket with 0.8 seconds left. Down by 7, though, 55-48. One last shot for the Bulldogs. Will get put up and blocked at the buzzer by Morgan Wirtz. The Linn Bulldogs hold on to win 55-48. Lynn's first win over Washington in 2 tries, as it was a hard-fought battle for both teams. It was a 1-point lead for Washington at halftime, knotted up at 45s at the end of regulation, but Linn used free throws, went 10 for 12 from the free throw line in overtime to win this contest, pulling away 55-48. Linn girls moved to 6-3 on the season, 3-2 in league play, while Washington County drops to 4-5 on the season and 0-5 in league play. We're going to take a timeout for national news, weather, and sports. Don't go anywhere, though, as you will hear from both boys basketball head coaches. Bennett Bargdale first for the Linn Bulldogs, and then head coach Ryan Huckett for the Washington County Tigers. Again, your final score in girls' overtime, Linn pulls out the win, 55-48. We'll come back with boys action on our Marysville Dental Care Game of the Week, where Dr. Brittany and Dr. Zach are your number 1 rated dentist in Northeast Kansas. Go to MarysvilleDentalCare.com to book your visit and receive the dental care you deserve. More boys action, more basketball action upcoming next on KNDY.